What's up? What's up? What's up, YouTube? I am super excited. My name is Gail Crowder, and I am doing my very first live YouTube. Uh, I guess I'm just so nervous because I've never been live here on YouTube, and I'm just being 100% honest with you. So, welcome to Wife Life with Gail. And tonight, again, I am so excited about being live with you guys. Usually, I just come here and upload my videos from Facebook, but today, I truly wanted to go live on YouTube. So, I will be coming live every single Thursday at 8:30 Eastern Standard Time on Thursdays. And again, I'm a little nervous. I've never been live, so thank you so much for joining me. And Wife Life You, let me just tell you a little bit about Wife Life. Wife Life with Gail is going to be all about wife life. I'm going to do some fashion. I'm going to do some product reviews. I'm going to do some teaching like I'm going to do tonight. And I'm just so excited about being able to share my gift with the world. I am a trained and licensed sexologist. I am a mother. I'm a wife of 31 years. And again, I'm so excited to be able to come to YouTube. Most of my platform has been built on Facebook, but I decided in 2020 that I was going to step out and come and join you guys on YouTube. So thank you so much for joining me on my channel. Thank you so much for posting. Thank you so much for allowing me to pour into you guys. And again, welcome to my channel. Welcome to Wife Life with Gail. And so tonight, I really want to talk to you about 5 steps to save your marriage. So many people's marriages are in trouble. So many people on the verge of divorce. And again, I've been doing this work, really spicing up marriages for the last 15 years. And I know what it is to be on the brink of divorce. Gil and I was on the brink of divorce twice. And we're still together. And again, we should have been a statistic a long time ago. Infidelity, loss of children, of a child, um, I mean, you name it, we've been through it, and but we're still standing. And so tonight, I just want to share with you 5 simple steps that you can implement if your marriage is on the brink of divorce to bring it back and at least have a conversation about staying together. Because as you know, God created our covenant, and so many people are walking away just for frivolous stuff. I mean, you don't like me and I don't like you. You don't make me happy anymore. All those different kind of things. That's no reason to walk away from a covenant. I understand what it is to be in a marriage where you're both frustrated and finances are falling apart and just everything seems to be going astray. But if you can just tap into your heart, go back to that day that you met your husband and go back to that time when you guys were vibing and happy. Go back to that day that you said those vows in front of one person or 200 people or whatever your wedding day is. If you can go back to that space and implement these 5 simple steps, I believe that you can turn the corner. So let me just say this: you both have to be willing to work at it. It can't be just one person willing to work on it, because you can't make anybody love you. You can't make anybody change. It has to be two people coming together saying, we want this to work. And let me just tell you, if you think the grass is greener on the other side, let me just dispel that as well. It's not. It is not greener on the other side. Trust and believe me, it is not. And I also want to say this: for this being my very first live on YouTube, I'm going to give away an amazing, amazing gift at the end of this. So make sure that you stay tuned, okay? The first thing is, in order to bring your marriage off the brink of divorce, is you really need to sit down and to commit back to one another that you want this marriage to work. You gotta clear out all the stuff that has been going on in your head, and you got to do the hard work. You and your spouse need to sit down and say, we're committed to winning at this marriage. We don't have no plan B, no plan C, no plan D. You have to turn around and truly commit that you want this marriage to win. You can't change each other. The only person you can change is yourself. So you have to search what's inside yourself, and you can't continue to point the finger at them, because you play a part in it as well. Whether you enable them to treat you the way they've been treating you, if you're the person that's been doing the wrong, whatever it is, you both have to own up to your own stuff and remember to commit back to one another. Number two is seal off all the exits. And what do I mean by seal off all the exits? Seal off all the exits that you have thought about in your mind, that you have planned to escape. Most people don't want to seal off those exits, because what if it doesn't work, Gail? What if he goes back, or what if she goes back to doing what she's done again? Seal off all the exits. There's no plan B. So what do I mean by seal off all the exits? You have talked to your good girlfriend and said, once I leave him, can I come stay with you? You've talked to your mama or whatever, and they put it together a fund so you'll be able to leave and not have to feel any pain. You have begun to stash away money in a bank account that your spouse does not know about. You have already, decided that you're going to lose 50 pounds so you can look good for the next guy. Whatever that is that you're doing, seal off all the exits. And if it's the man, he's already, began to defer the funds, and he's already, went to see the lawyer, and all, whatever that is, seal off all the exits. Say, we have no exits. It's us two in this marriage. We're going to commit to this covenant, and there's no plan B. Period, point blank. Number three, you have to detox the marriage. Detox the marriage. And Gail, what do you mean by detox the marriage? If there's toxic people that are feeding you a bunch of shenanigans, if it's toxic television, if it's toxic social media, whatever it is that's toxic in your marriage, you need to detox the marriage. It might be your mouth. It might be your spending habits. Whatever it is, you have to detox this whole entire marriage. And again, it needs to be two people working on this. Detox it. Because let me just tell you, if you don't, if it's your parents that are involved, if it's family members, his mama, your girlfriend, his boys, whatever it is, you have to detox it. Now, when it comes to family members and your girlfriends or whatever, you need to quit feeding them so they won't keep feeding you. Because a lot of times we go to our moms, or we go to our girlfriends, or whatever, vice versa, and we feed them all of this stuff, and they tell you all the stuff that they would be doing. I would leave him, I wouldn't tolerate, or vice versa, right? So you need to limit what you're saying to them, and you need to make sure that you detox everybody around you. And when they want to keep bringing it up, you need to tell them, we're working on our marriage. This is a team. I can't have anybody else in this marriage. We're detoxing everything that is not good for our marriage. Love you, but we can't talk about this anymore. Number four, become friends again. A lot of marriages fail because we make our relationships too heavy. We make our relationships too heavy. We begin to become contracts. You need to do this for me and I'll do this for you. You do this for me and I'll do. That's a contract. It's not a friendship. And you need to go back to that space where you guys were friends, where you had fun, where everything was not so heavy, where you was not burdened down. And you need to really put a lot of periods behind the hurt. Not forget, because you're human. But so many marriages are living in the comma club. He did this, comma. Comma. It's always a comma instead of a period. And in order for you really to move forward, you got to put some periods behind this stuff. And it's not going to happen overnight, and I understand that. But you're going to have to work through some of this stuff and quit living in the comma club. Because if you truly said that you forgive them, forgive them. Don't keep packing that into another argument, into another year, into another month, into another decade, that you keep holding on to something. Let it go. Put a period behind it. And number 5, this is one of the hardest things that most of us do, and most of us can't do, is say I'm sorry and truly mean it. That is one of the hardest things, especially when you think that you're right in the situation. Especially when you think you're right. Even if you are right, sometimes you have to be the bigger person. Sometimes to get peace, to get love, to get joy back into your marriage, where you guys are able to communicate back and forth, is you're going to have to say, I'm sorry. I'm sorry I hurt you. I'm sorry I said that to you. I'm sorry that this didn't turn out the way you wanted. I support you. I'm sorry. I know it's hard. I know some of us, that is not even part of our vocabulary. But let me just tell you, I'm sorry can go a long way, especially when you're struggling in your marriages. Just think about it. When you know that you're struggling and somebody has did something to you and you're feeling a certain kind of way, when they say I'm sorry, doesn't that lighten the burden? Doesn't that make you feel a certain kind of way? Doesn't that make you want to try again with that person and begin to trust them again? And you might say, well, Gail, I'm always the one that have to apologize. I'm always the one saying I'm sorry. Do it again. Because again, you're not in a boyfriend girlfriend situation. You're in a covenant. The only covenant that you cut on this earth. And when we start looking at our marriages as a covenant instead of a contract, I will tell you, things will change. You will begin to look at your spouse totally different. So my thing to you is, are you in a covenant marriage? Or are you in a contract marriage? Because if you're in a contract marriage, there's always stipulations. There's always ways out. There's always clauses. But when you're in a covenant marriage, you begin to pour into this person like never before. You begin to seek your Father in heaven to fix it, to change things, to let you go a little bit more. I don't believe in staying in abusive marriages, but I do believe that God can fix and change anything. I'm a living witness. You're looking at somebody that's been married most of her life and been on the brink twice. But I decided that I didn't want to continue to be the generational curse that is on the women in my family. I wanted to break that. I wanted to not have a plan B, and I wanted to please my Father in heaven so greatly that guilt became a non-factor when it came to me doing what I needed to do to save my marriage. And I will tell you, these 5 steps have taken me off the brink of being divorced twice because I became committed. I sealed off all the exits. I took away all my game plan. I didn't say Gail, I said Gail. I did the work for me. And in interim, when I began to do work, he began to do the work. Because remember, I was trying to change him and I couldn't. Number three, I detoxed my marriage. Anybody that was not with me and wanted to see me win in my marriage, love you, but I can't. Number four, we became friends again. It took me 7 years to realize that I was laying in the bed with my best friend. I know that sounds crazy, but literally I used to look at outside people as my best friend. Gil is my best friend. He is my best friend. Now, do I have girlfriends and stuff that are my besties as well? But if I got to choose between them and him, they will lose all the time, and they know that. And number five, I learned to say I was sorry and truly meant it. I learned to say I was sorry and I truly meant it. And so as I begin to close out my very first live YouTube video, I am so excited to be here. And just know that Wife Life is going to be coming to you every single Thursday, 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And again, if there's any topics that you want to see, make sure that you make a comment. If this video has been helpful to you, make sure that you drop it in the comment. And again, I thank you so much for allowing me in your personal space. Have an amazing, amazing day. And I will see you on my next live stream. And again, I'm going to be doing product reviews on sex toys. I'm going to be doing some fashion because before I became a sexologist, I was a master image consultant. So I'm going to be giving you guys talking about Spanx and court, all the stuff that keep us sexy as wives, right? I'm going to be doing some makeup reviews, all kind of different things. And I'm just going to have a blast. And I hope that you're going to be on this journey with me. Again, thank you so much.